Okay. How's everybody? All good? Week 11. Week 11 getting started, but getting started with something that is left from week 10. So our weeks, because we have two different classes, usually we split between Friday and Monday. So today we're going to carry on with what we have started on Friday. Friday we have discussed about security, but before I talk to you about the exercise, I want to remind you about the projects, the groups. If you were not here on Friday, I sent a video today to remind you of what's going on, your commitments, your assignments, your projects, the fact that we created groups on Friday. If you don't have a group, you have two options. You can join a group that has less than 4 people. That's one option. And then again, you can talk to them to figure out what is the task that needs to be done. That's one option. Second option is you form a group with 2 more people. Okay? So the group cannot be smaller than 3 people. So again, if you don't have a group yet, you either form a group with 2 more people and let me know, because I have to assign a feature for your new group, because features were assigned on Friday. That's one option. You create a new group, let me know. If you don't do that, if you decide to join an existing group, that's fine as well. Join, but follow up with the group. I'm not here to facilitate your communication with your group. Again, if you join an existing group, talk to them. Okay? Talk to them, figure out how they're going to be meeting, what are the details of the assignments. Again, talk to them. Only send a note to me if you are creating a brand new group, because I'm going to have to assign a feature to this new group, okay? Again, if you are creating a new group, talk to me first before you join an empty group there. Again, I hope that this is clear. If it's not clear, let me know if you have questions. Any questions right now? I know a lot of people missed Friday. So again, this might be new to some of you here. Any questions? Any questions about project and group assignment? Again, I'm talking right now, reminding you of that. I sent you a video in the morning as well today, reminding about that. Okay? So please keep on top of your assignments, of your deadlines, of your commitments. Okay? Again, you can ask me any questions at any point. Okay? Okie dokie, so let's move on then. Security. Friday we have discussed about security. Today we're going to be carrying on security. But now I'm not going to stand here lecturing you about security. We have done that on Friday. Here today we're going to carry on. We're going to start from this point here. So we're going to start with, so today the focus will be lab type of work. It will be exercise, it will be hands-on, it will be practice, okay? So download this file. This is the zip file with codes as Friday. Carry on with this video here, video part 803. You're going to be creating a logout button. Okay, so far on Friday, we have gone through how to create a login, how to secure your application, how to create a login. If you missed Friday, maybe you want to go to the earlier videos here, okay? Because this video here is at the very end of the chapter, okay? So right now, let's go through this video. Let's create the logout button of our application, and then we're going to be discussing more things, but the video has 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 15 minutes to get yourselves, to be able to review the video, and then we'll carry on from there. Any questions? Okay, so again, you can ask me any questions. I'm here to assist. If you go through this, if you get stuck, let me know as well. But here's the video. I'm going to post the video playlist link on Padlet as well, just to make it easier. So it's there on Padlet 2, in case you find it easier. And I'm going to give you 50, and you can find the source codes under Centennial, source codes, and then chapter 12. And then you go to the very end. You can download this one here to carry on with part 8.03. Okay, any questions? Okay, awesome. So I'll put a timer here so we can have a reference. And let's get things moving. As you get done, just type in on Padlet, I'm done, in case you are done, so I can have a sense of how things are progressing, and if you need more time or not. quick note, if by any chance, if you download this application and try to run right away, it may fail because you have to make sure that you have the identity database created already, okay? So if you download the source code, you will have to, now just go back here in the presentation. You will have to run this command here in the package manager or in the command line so you can create the database. By the way, this is as a PDF. It has a PDF as well that you can download under week number 10, okay? So it's all there. You have this option to run from the package manager as I showed on Friday, or you can use this one here if you want to run from the command line. Okay, you have those two options. But again, if you try to run, it most likely will fail because the identity database is not created yet in your system. Okay? This one for the command line, and the next one if you want to use package manager inside Visual Studio. Yes.
So in this application, you're creating one more database, right?
Yes.
Is that there's a table you're creating, right?
I'm creating actually a new database. It's not only tables, but database. So we have the product database now, and now we're going to have a second database called identity.
So in product database, how many tables will be there? One table?
Two or three tables.
Tables.
Yeah.
So why we need an extra database?
Well, it's not that we need. It's just that we are choosing to do that, just to show the flexibility of that the same application can connect to multiple databases. We could have in the same database, but we just chose, and actually I'm following the book, so the book has chosen to do into two separate databases. Okay?
So can I connect from this database to that database? Like
the application is the one that connects. Not they don't connect to each other. I mean, the application connects to this one and to this one.
So what I mean is like, can I? Like when we are learning the SQL.
Yep.
We are using join.
Join. Okay. So you're asking if you can do joins.
Yeah,
You can. You're gonna have in your join. You'd have to
We are using
say the name. Well, you can even do joins in different databases. It's just a little bit more complicated because you have to have the database name there as well. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah. But the intention of our second database is just to have user information. It's nothing more, nothing less than have username, passwords, roles, all there.
Okay. And we are not using any SQL statements here, right?
No, we are not,
So-
and we won't.
In real world, where we are using this SQL statement?
This is entity framework that is doing that for us. So when we say dot products, it's doing a select behind the scenes. So it's almost like we abstract this part and we don't worry about that anymore. If we use entity framework, we abstract that layer there. It takes care of that for us. When we say where product ID equals to ID, it's doing a select as well. So that's behind the scenes is taking care of that for us. Entity framework is doing that for us.
So if I want to use some SQL statement, where should I use it?
Well, you would have to see that's where the entity framework. That's where the iRepository comes in place, because now what you could do, you could create a different repository that instead of using entity framework, it was use direct commands like that, like those.
Okay, so I have to create a repository for this SQL statement.
Yes. So again, you're going to be bypassing entity framework. You would not be using it because entity framework, the point is to avoid that. It's not to have to do that. Okay. Again, once you are done, just Yeah, just put that you are done here on Padlet so I can have an idea. Okay. So this is the package manager. With the package manager, when you use that, you use a different command. So you're gonna be using. So what you're using there is the command that you use in the command line. If you're using the package manager, you're gonna be using these instead. Okay. Right now, this one is already done. In the source code that you downloaded, the first one is already done for you. The second one is the one that will create the database and create the tables. So this one, you would have to run. Yeah, so okay, let's see here, seed data. So this is saying that the sports store database is already there. So you have two options. You can delete the database and let this command recreate it, or you can just comment this line out. Because what it's trying to do is it's trying to recreate the database, but it's already there. So it's saying that it cannot do that. So you can comment this line out and keep the database there, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you another 5 minutes. So in case you have done already, you have finished, you may want to move to the next video. And just to get you going, don't get stuck there. So again, if you are done, get going with the next video. If you are not, again, I'm just going to give another 5 minutes so you can get it done, hopefully. Okay, so if you have done, that's great. If not, that's fine as well. You always have the videos to have a look at. One thing that I want to point out is that if you missed Friday, the recording of Friday will be available either today or tomorrow, so you can have a look at what you have missed in terms of security, okay? That we covered on Friday. So if everything went fine with what you did, you should have been able to see something like this. Let me... a second one here. I think it's already here. Let's just check. Okay. So you should be able to see something like this. Let me run this. So, regular front end of our sports store, if we go to an administration location, administration action, now we should have, well, not this one though, but the order list. Maybe I'm logged in already. Okay. Let's go to the order list. Yeah. So, if you're not logged in, you should be able to see a view like this. In my case here, I have this already saved in my browser, so I can just click login and be able to go to my final location, to my final destination, to my final action, okay? And in this case, list is protected. And then we can log out, so you should have been able to build this logout button. Logout, where we use the sign-in manager to be able to log out from the application. So sign-in manager used to log in, log out, and password validation. User manager to be able to add, update, delete, and find, search for users, okay? So those two classes. Now, I want to show something here. There's something in this view that does not make too much sense. And who can tell me what it is? A logout. Why the logout doesn't make sense? Because you are not in yet. Is that? It does make sense to be here. So we saw Friday how you can authorize controllers, how you can authorize actions. But what about if there are elements in the views that you may want to show or hide, depending whether the user is in or out? What if you want to do that? Well, there is a simple way to do that. We're going to do this right now for the logouts. We will only show logouts if the user is logged in, okay? So I'm going to start by asking you, where did you implement the logout? Which view? Which file has the logout at this point? Where did you implement? Where did you add the logout? In the admin layout, okay? So in the admin layout, so if you go to views, shared, admin layout, and we scroll down, we're going to see it right here. This is the link. This is the link for the logout, okay? Now, here's what I want to do. I only want this link to show up if I'm logged in, if I'm in. Very simple test that we're going to be doing here. I'm just going to say if user is the object that represents the current user in the system. So if user, and I'm going to put this inside parentheses. So if user dot identity dot is authenticated, if this is true, it will show. Otherwise, it won't. So we're going to add this here. And by doing that, because we're just changing this in the layout file, I should be able to just hit refresh and see the logout disappear. Okay, so I'm just going to hit refresh here. And we no longer have logout there. Now, once I log in, I see the logout, okay? But only after I'm logged in. And because we have done this change in the admin layout, so it applies automatically to all views that are admin related, okay? Perfect, so that's about that one. Another thing that I wanted to highlight is the fact that what is the tag that we have to, not tag, what is the annotation that we have to use to secure a controller, to secure an action? What is the tag? What is the, not tag, sorry, annotation. What is the annotation that you do that? You use to secure the annotation. Come on. Someone. The authorize. Yeah, the authorize one. Okay? So we use, and here is in the presentation, here it is. So we use authorize to lock down an action, to lock down a controller, just to authorize users. But what if we have a controller like account? Sorry, let's go to the controllers here. I'm going to stop this. It stopped already. I'm going to go to controllers, account controller. See, our account controller, it has authorize on it. Okay? So what does that mean to have authorize in the account, in the controller level? What does that mean? All actions inside this controller, they are automatically marked down as authorized as well. Okay? So we are applying this to all actions. Okay? However, let's think about this. Our login action is inside the authorized controller as well. When we go to the login to put the username and passwords, it's also inside of this. So I would ask, if account controller is flagged as authorized, if all actions inside this controller becomes authorized as well, how are we able to see the login? Because login is an action inside the account controller. Exactly, so I just wanted to show the fact that even if we flag the entire class, the entire controller as authorized, we can create exceptions by flagging particular actions that you want to open, to make them open. We flag them to allow anonymous. So that flag will create an exception, that annotation creates an exception that not all actions in this controller are authorized. We flag it here in the get of login and also in the post, because when I'm posting at that exact moment, I'm not in yet. So if I don't say allow anonymous, it will be blocked here. Okay? So I have to create those exceptions. Okay? Does that make sense? Yep. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Yep, go ahead.
What if I want to hide some of the fields?
Some of the fields? Yeah, so you're gonna be doing something like this. You're gonna be using, so inside your views, you're gonna be checking, is the user in or out? If the user is in, maybe you can show more fields, more columns. If the user is out, you hide them. You hide the extra ones that you don't want to show. This is useful when you are doing what? Something like, we have, let's say we have a list of, and not that you're going to be implementing that, you don't have to, but you have a list of recipes. And for one type of user, you may want to show the edit button. But for another type of user, you may want to hide that. So you're not going to be using is-authenticated because is-authenticated is only doing one thing. Is the user in or out? It doesn't check what kind of user is that one. We're going to be talking about that in 2 weeks when we talk about a little bit more about identity framework, okay? But again, this is the way you can test things within your views to show or hide depending on who's looking at the system, okay? Great, so let me see what are we doing next here. I think that we're gonna take a quick quiz. Another one? Is the user here? User is just an object that is available to us by Entity Framework to be able to access the user information. It's not a model. It's not.
So who's providing this?
Identity Framework. The Identity Framework is providing that to us. So with what we have gone through on Friday, by setting up the startup class, that has provided us with access to the user. Either the user is in or the user is out, but provides access to the user that is currently navigating the system. So it's Identity Framework that is doing that for us. Okay? Okay, so here's what I'd like to do next. Let's do a little, take this quiz. If you have that little student's ID cards that I provided the other day, if you don't, that's fine. But if you do, put that number in the name when Nearpod asks you for that. Put that number. If you don't, that's fine. But don't put your name, your real name there, nor your Centennial ID. Only if you have that little card. If you don't, put a number above 40, and we should be good. So let's have a look at that, at this one here. Okay, and that's security. Here's the ID. Just gonna hide the names here. It's a quick quiz, 5 questions, just to recap, review a few of the things that we have gone through Friday and also today, and hopefully some of that will stay. Okay, so let's look at this together here. First question, which method decoration should be used to make an action only available after the user logs in? Authorize. So again, just a quick reminder of those terms that we have been using, okay? The other ones, they don't really exist, okay? Second one, if a controller class is decorated with authorize, how can you open access to an action inside this controller to become available to a non-authorized user, to a non-logged in user? We just talked a little bit about that. Allow anonymous, okay? It is possible by using allow anonymous. Which feature below is not available from the class user manager? I said that we're going to be using a lot two classes, user manager and sign-in manager. User manager, so user manager, we can create, update, delete, search users. We cannot log in. Okay, so that's correct. C. The other one, which is a sign-in manager, we're going to be able to create and delete users. Nope. We're going to be able to log in and log out. Yeah, so that's one of the uses of sign-in manager. Log in, log out. Not only that, but password validation as well. Okay? Sign-in manager, we're going to be using for password validation too. Create and delete rows. No, we're going to be using some other things for that. And yeah, not the last one here. Okay. An action that, again, if you are not here on Friday, this will be new to you. But an action that calls in asynchronous method needs to be declared with which signature? Hey, so it needs to be in a synchronous method, and the type needs to be a task. The type inside of the task can be, actually, what are the types that can be inside the task? I mean, what were the ones that we saw on Friday? We saw a view. Which ones? You mentioned something? Well, it can be a redirect action and can be, sorry, not a redirector. Redirect result. It can be a view result. It can be an action results, an action results. Okay? So again, first one here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take 5 minutes. Once we get back, I have an exercise that we're going to be practicing security. So we're going to be doing that during our second half today. We're going to be applying that to a project that we have done before. I have the source code, and we're going to be applying security. We're going to be creating login. Actually, you will be doing that. I'll be walking around. I'll be helping you out. Okay? So let's take 5 minutes.
Нет, потому что у меня выбор не сохранялся. Потому что выбор я его не видел. Я снова выбор после слова.
So first thing I have to.
Okay, so let's get back. Yes. Okay, we're gonna have. Tell me.
Okay, is this one okay? Because I tried running the
That's
battery
okay.
again. That
It-
one's okay.
It's just a warning. Just a warning. Warning is okay. We can live with warnings. Not with errors, but warnings, that's okay. Okay, so just to wrap things up about the topic, in summary, what we have done between Friday and today, and we're going to be practicing, we're going to be doing exercise about that, is how to secure actions and controllers, how you can also secure different aspects of your views as well, how we can create a login view to allow the user to log in, to allow the user to log out. Okay, so this is the basic of security when it comes to MVC, identity framework. In 2 weeks, we're going to be exploring this a little bit more. We're going to be talking about how we can create a place to manage users, to be able to see the list of users, to be able to create a new user. Okay? But again, that will be in 2 weeks. In terms of what we're going to be doing next, this is a practice. This is an exercise. We're going to be using the patient system that we worked on just before our midterm. we're going to be downloading that. The source code is available in Centennial. You're going to be downloading that and applying security to that application. In which sense? You're going to be creating a login, a logout. You're going to be securing the list action. You're going to be creating a seed. So you're going to be going through the same steps that you have gone through to do the sports store, to secure the sports store. It's really a reproduction of that applied to a different system. Okay? We're going to be using this patient system again next class, because just to give you a preview, next class is about making your application live. So you're going to publish your applications live via Microsoft Azure. So you can give a link to your application to someone out there. Maybe add that to your portfolio, that now you can show your MVC application, your MVC project to someone outside of here, maybe in a job interview, maybe to add in your portfolio, okay? So that's what you're going to be focusing on next class. Let me see here. Any questions? Anything? In next class as well, I have 4 coding magazines that I'll be giving out to whoever accomplished certain tasks. Let's put it this way. I know that you are excited to read a coding magazine. I can see in your faces that you cannot wait to get a hold of that coding magazine. But it's a good magazine. You know? It's very focused on Microsoft technology. Actually, you're gonna see that. I think even they have an article around MVC and framework. So again, what we're doing here is what they're doing out there. Don't think otherwise. Okay, let's get this going. If you have any questions, I'll be walking around. I'll be helping you out as you go around, as you get this going. You can follow. Again, you can follow the as a reference point the sports store, what you have done there, the videos. You can ask myself as well a question, but that's what you're going to be doing in our next half. Okay, a little bit of practice, a little bit of hands-on, and again, this will be useful for your projects. Project, you need to implement this. This is what you're going to be needing to implement in your projects, you know, in your projects. Anyway, that's it. Let's get started. Yes. Okay.
Got application, but I really got stuck in delete button.
Okay. I'll be there in a second. Okay.
I think the same issue with my ID is not.
Okay, I'm just getting close because it gives a bit of glare. So you're trying to delete, correct?
Yes, delete.
Okay, where are you getting stuck? I mean, what is happening? It's not deleting. It's not
deleting.
It's not deleting. Okay, so let's see here. So we have the route ID, you have the recipe ID there. Okay, let me see the action, the delete action.
The controller.
So which is inside, I assume, the admin controller. Okay, so where's the delete? Oh, delete is there. Okay, okay, okay. I see. So we have the post there.
Yeah.
What is this?
I have that's a recipe, right?
The recipe. Okay. Yeah. Is this the recipe ID? Is it?
It's not recipe ID. It's the recipe. I tried with the
No.
ID.
No. Okay, go back there. Go back there.
This method.
No, in the view. The one that shows the show that you just showed me a second ago. Yeah. So this form is not linked to a full recipe. What is it that you are passing?
Just ID.
Yes.
Yeah. But even if I tried with no, even though I passed, it's an int ID, right? Oh, yeah.
You might be able to do icons.
Okay.
So it should pass that ID.
Assuming that this, no, now you have to load the recipe and you have to remove. So show me the implementation of that remove.
Now, if you want, you could do more complex stuff like one checkbox.
So remove recipe. Okay. Okay. So, yep. This should go back there to the controller.
So it should pass just the ID.
This ID, just the ID.
Just the ID.
That should do it.
I'm saying, like, let's say you have categories.
Okay.
So then you might want to do something like a checkbox and still multiple. But like it's probably easier just to go with like one. And so either it's a step or it's a radio button.
So it's already connecting to the database, or is it just
Yeah.
memory? It's already connecting?
Database.
Okay, so give it a try on the last one. Okay, so the problem is a different. Go back,
Okay,
go back,
so-
hit back there. Let's see if it's out.
Okay, let me. I don't think that will help.
Back will work.
Back?
Yeah, but you just have to refresh. Back, yeah, refresh the page. Scroll down. Yeah, so it's still there. So let's put a breakpoint there. Let's go to the codes. Put a breakpoint. Yeah, let's start there. Put the breakpoint all the way. Keep going. Yeah. So no, it's already there. It's already run. So go back there to the browser. So try to delete again. Okay, so move the mouse over. Let's see if we have the ID there. Move the mouse over. Move the mouse over the ID. Move it over the ID. Yes, move it over the ID.
Here?
Yeah. So
that's
is the
ID
ID?
zero.
So is it correct?
No.
Okay, so let's
Yeah,
fix
that's
that.
what I'm telling you. ID is always getting 0.
Okay, so fix that. So go back to the view.
Okay.
Try to work that out. I mean, what's going on there? Go back. Go back there. Go back to the view. So now you know the problem is in the view. The list, the recipe list.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So scroll all the way up here. So you have an enumerable. Scroll down. Yeah, you have to look at this ID. Something is going on. I mean, how are you saving this ID? How is that the database that is generating that?
Yes.
Did you check the database?
Yeah,
What is going on?
Edit is working for me.
Okay. Did you check the database to see if the ID is there? Did you see the database? Did you open the table? Open the table. See what's going on there. But again, you have to do something. I'm not here to troubleshoot for you. You have to do some work. Yes. Have a look at. So I'm giving you some pointers. Have a look at the database. See if the recipe ID, if it's really there, if there's a number there. Look at the view source of your list. See if everything is 0. Well, again, look at the model. Investigate what's going on with the recipe ID. The problem is the recipe ID. It seems that you're removing, it's fine, but you are not getting the recipe ID correct. Okay? I'll be there in a second. I'll just someone called me here first. Arika, what's up? No problem with codes? That's great. You can teach everybody. Woohoo!
I just want to know that next week we have to submit our proposal.
Okay. Yeah. There is. I think there is a.
Yeah.
So Friday, and then in 2 weeks. So next Friday. Look at the calendar.
What do you have to do for the proposal?
For the proposal, you have to watch the video on Friday. Were any one of you there on Friday? Yes, here. You're here. Did you what? Did you see? So what do you have to say? I mean, you saw me talking. Come on. Explain.
Okay, we'll.
Okay, so the proposal is just like this. So you have a feature, correct? Okay, the proposal is, how are you going to take care of that feature? My recommendation is, you can list which actions you're going to be creating, which views you're going to be creating, which controllers you're going to be creating, and why you're going to be creating each one of them. What is the purpose of this view? What is the purpose of this controller? What is the purpose of this action? So it's almost like you have to do this anyway because it's your planning phase on how you're going to be implementing. So the proposal is that it's plan what you're going to be implementing, and explain what is the reason you are creating that. You don't have to have done it yet. You just need to be planning on how to do it and explain. Yes, yes. And then I'm going to review. You don't have to post code. The code doesn't go together. And it's a simple one page. Yes, yes. It's just one page. Word file, one page. It doesn't need to be anything long. It doesn't need to be anything formal. I just want to see, maybe I can see a bullet point list of, these are the views, and each view you explain what is that about. And I'm going to review that. I'm going to give my feedback. I may say, okay, maybe you want to think about this, think about that, but explain me how you're going to be implementing your feature.
Another question. That is, this we have 2% in the project, right? One is exclusively for us, that is the additional feature, and one is the common feature for
The security, yes.
security. We have to also
No, you don't need to put anything in the proposal about security. Security, you just go and implement for your project. That is to be delivered in 4 weeks, the very last class. Okay? Make sense?
Is all about the feature, the additional feature that is unique for us.
You mean project?
Yeah.
And there is a security as well. So security, you implement the security based on what I discussed Friday and today, and then the feature. So security, you don't need to explain anything, but feature, you're going to propose. Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I have someone that is on the line here. I'll be there, so get in line. Ederson?
I have a problem with
Okay.
delete, also delete. I heard.
Delete, you see? You should work together, and you should share information here. If you have...
My problem.
Edit it with passing ID.
Okay,
Delete is not.
The same.
we're gonna get there then. So let's see, the same problem?
Yeah, I think.
So show me the
I
recipe
have a
list there.
list.
Just
I
click
can
the...
edit. I can.
So edit is there, that's
yeah,
fine.
I
So you can change the name there.
Here. Name is changed. I
Okay,
have a delete here.
yep.
And I tried to put a delete here. Nothing is working.
Okay, so delete is not working.
No one is
Okay,
working.
so go back there, try to delete there.
Delete.
It stays there.
Yeah.
Okay, can you right click that delete button? Can you right click on it? Go to inspect source. Can you maximize this window a little bit, because otherwise we won't be able to see it. Right click again. Inspect, yeah. Yeah, so can you drag this over a little bit more? Actually, you can actually go back there. Go back, yeah, you can do that. Okay, so let's inside the form. So you have recipe ID equals to 5.
Yeah.
Great. So you see,
have
he's
an
getting the ID. So ID. So again, ID here. Now, show me your delete action.
Delete action using controller admin.
Okay.
As opposed to
Okay,
delete and
so
passing the ID.
okay, so did you check if this ID is coming here already? Did you try to troubleshoot this?
No.
Put a breakpoint here. Not that line, the next one. Yep. So go to the delete again. Go back to the interface, and hit the delete button again. Okay. So move the mouse over recipe ID.
0.
So it's getting 0. So maybe yours. Okay. So it's getting 0. Go back there to the form. Can you show me where you are building the form? I think it's the list view, correct?
Yeah.
So show me the list view. Recipe list there.
Recipe list.
Go to the delete.
Delete. So
Okay. Scroll here. Let me just see this. Input, recipe ID. Okay. So we have a submit button there, delete action, control admin, value, recipe ID. Okay, okay. There is no other form here, correct? I mean, this view has only this form, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I may know. Let me see here. So recipe is there. Just for the sake of it, let's just give this a try. Make the name here recipe ID. Make lowercase r and lowercase I. I don't think it is that, but let's give it a try. Save it. Go back to Actually, it's still, so go back to the code. Go back once again to the code. It's still running, so just continue here. Hit continue. Let's go back there. Okay. Refresh this page. Just refresh the page. Okay, let's go to delete again. Move the mouse over. Okay, so. Okay, it's the misspelling. It's misspelled.
Oh my god.
Check that. Check if it's.
I don't think that. Did you get the output? Because I tried with.
Okay, so, but again, it was just a misspelling. At least, give it a try again. It's duplicated here. You see the lines. So just make sure that there, let's have a look there to make sure that this is the same. Actually, keep the breakpoint so we can have a look. Look at. Don't run it yet. Let's just double check their recipe list, just to see recipe ID. So now it's a yeah. It's not here the problem. The problem is this.
Here.
Okay, recipe ID. So is this
Correct.
correct? Is it? Yep. Again, let's just have a second look there again, just to compare.
Controller, recipe ID.
Seems okay. So let's give it a try again. Move the mouse, and now we have it. Okay, so have a look. If it's not a misspelling, are you sure?
No, I tried with ASP route already. You cannot use it, right?
No, that's okay. So ID, that's fine.
So
ASP dash route. Okay, let me think about this. Let me think about this. No. No. Yes. That's it. I completely, when I logged, I completely missed that. It's the name. You have to use name. ASP-route is used for links, to build links, not for this kind of stuff. Okay? What's up? What's up?
For this exercise, do we need to create like a database with users? Yes, because otherwise, you're gonna have to. I'm not asking yet to create a database for the patient part. Just create the identity part. Yeah, just the identity part. And for the proposal, for this, just for the new feature, like for one of these, we don't need to say anything about
security. No, you don't. As long as you fit security in the security part that's asking, add security to create, update, delete recipe. So it's specifically to recipe. In a way, if you, the other ones they don't need security. That's just that one.
And for example, if I had already some features that I'm gonna need for this feature in my application, do I need to mention them here? Anyway.
I mean, additional features you have?
Yeah, like I already had pagination. Do I need to mention it here?
No need. That's okay. Leave it there. Don't bother removing them. No, that's okay. That's okay.
No. I mean for the proposal, do I need to mention all stuff that I needed for the pagination?
Which one will be yours?
Like search and
Ours
pagination.
is
Search.
But he added reviews and.
It's already there.
Yeah, and pagination.
So pagination for there is. I mean, you don't have the search yet, do you?
I did it.
Oh, you have already done? Okay, so do the pagination there.
Okay.
Okay, make sure that you apply the pagination there. Okay.
Oh,
It's already.
this feature is already
Ready to present? I can just stop there and you can present already. That's okay. Okay.
So we can add like extra features he added so that you just know that.
If you want to, yeah.
Okay.
No problem. It's a good practice. Got it? Well, just the name, wasn't it? Question?
Is move the add recipe and action to the main control, right?
Yeah, so you just move it. You just, instead of being in the home, you just move it there.
But if I use the, if if I use the create,
Okay,
so
so if you have a create, you no longer need that add.
yeah,
That's okay. You can get rid of that add then.
and also the add
The edit.
view. If I have the add,
If you have edit.
yeah, so do I
So
need,
again, you don't need that anymore.
yeah,
You can just get rid of that extra one because it will be doing the editing from the admin.
yeah, yeah.
Okay?
Okay, so the other this dash one, the updating is mean the edit and
Yeah.
delete.
When you edit
Yeah,
and you save it, that's updating. When you delete it, of course, when you get rid of it. Okay? When you remove from the database. Okay, I'll just take a quick attendance here. So Andre, Amal, Avjit, Arika, Chunyo Young, Curtis, Danish, Diego, Ederson, EJ, Grace, Harbin, Harsan, yep. Jared, Joshua, Ken, Crizel, yep. Manal, Ali, Mohammed Ali, Shibli, Manther, Natalia, Richard, yep. Runsion Yu, Saida, Shaniqua, Vandana, yep. Vladislav. Sure.
I have a question
Yep.
regarding to assignment 3. I just start the seed data for that and
Mhm.
try to implement that. But here, I don't know how to start that. But like,
Correct. Okay, so you're going to be creating a new controller. So you just create a new controller you can call it admin controller.
Okay.
And then you're going to be adding the actions there. The actions like adding a new recipe, creating a new recipe, deleting a recipe.
Okay.
Okay? So those actions, they create, read, update, and delete, they're going to be added there in a new controller.
And then the updating and deleting button, it's in the home page?
Well, you tell me. Where do you think
Yeah.
that should be?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah, it is.
In the home page?
Yeah.
Well, but think about this. When do you think that we update a recipe?
When it's run the program, it will be another like the folder.
Yeah, let's follow the sequence here. So you run the program. So then what? What do you do
go
next?
like in recipe list or
Yes.
add recipe
No.
and your suggestion,
Yeah.
you're gonna update.
So, I mean, add recipe will create a new one, correct?
Right, yeah.
But we are talking about editing, updating. So again, keep going. So where do we go to update?
I will go to recipe list and then in the review I will update.
You open it, and then you. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Review is about reviews. Is it about reviews? Again, don't use the term review, because use edit, use change, use. I'll give you a suggestion. Okay, what you can do, go
I have
back.
it in add recipe. I have like this.
Yeah, so you have to bring this up,
Okay.
but now with information.
Okay.
Now with the recipe information, so you can save and change an existing recipe. Now, the place that I would recommend you to put that, go back here, is that go to recipe list there. And then maybe what you have there, you have two buttons. One to delete, one to
okay.
edit.
So inside the recipe list.
Yeah, but again, it's just so you click edit, so you can go to a page that loads the information about that recipe, and you have the option to save it. You can change, like similar to the one that you just showed me, a form like
Yeah.
that.
So I just remove this is the one on the bottom and the page. There's two buttons.
Something like.
In another page,
Yes, another view.
another view. Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
I tried to delete the migrations and then try to rerun
Yep.
again, I'm having problem that it says the orders is already the migrate. Can I rerun it
So-
and rename it?
So, okay. So the problem that you're getting is because the database is already there. You should drop the migration scripts. And can you drop the database as well? Did you drop the database? Okay, show me that you dropped.
How did I drop it?
Yeah, how did you drop? Because it's not in the book.
Here, I watch it.
Okay, that's okay. Let's go to Visual Studio. Open Visual Studio. Go to View,
Oh, yeah.
then Solution. Okay.
This one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Close connection.
Do I have to delete the migration?
Okay, migrations only if you want to regenerate them. I think that now, because you deleted the database, it will run properly, because when it hits that line, it will recreate the database for you. So give it a try and run it.
Should I restart? Close and open? No.
Should
I close and then open again?
You don't have to, no. Okay? Yeah, I'll be there in a second. Martha, can you type your email here? Because then I'll send you the invite. Just type your email that you want to use. I don't think that there is the dot here, and I think that's dot here, isn't it? My dot ca. Okay, so all good. Yep. So you're gonna get an invitation. Okay. Have a look. Okay. You got it? Awesome. What's up?
I couldn't find how to go to the. If I want to update the database, I have to write code in the console.
You want to recreate the database or create for the first time?
No, my database is already there.
It's already there.
Yeah, if I want to add one more property.
One more property. Okay. So can I just pass it over here? Okay. So did you add already? That's okay. No, that's okay. I'm tired of sitting, to be honest. No, that's okay.
This is my class. If I want to add something more.
Okay. So if you add something more, you have to regenerate the migration scripts. You have to run. Can you download that presentation? Can you download here? It's already. No.
Lost.
Yep. Yep. Security there. So scroll down. Keep scrolling there. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit more there. See.
Yeah.
So if you change things in your class, you have to run this again, but not with the name initial. You have to give another name, because initial was the initial scripts. If you run it for the second time, call it second, call it however you want. But the point is that you create this one, then you run the second one, so that change can affect the database. That's it.
And the path will be the same.
The path? You mean the path? You mean?
No, this migration folder.
Yeah, it will add. See, when you run the second time, it will add more files for you.
And it will be like second.cs or something like that.
Yes, it will do exactly that.
But this alternative way, how can I access to the package manager
Package
console?
manager,
How
view.
to go there?
View. Other windows. Package manager.
Oh.
Yep. That's it. So it's down here. You have to make space here. Yep. That's it.
Here I can write the code.
Yeah, it's not exact command. It's this version here. Okay. Similar, but it's just slightly different. Okay. That's it.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So. What's up?
Each time I open Google Chrome, give me this response. If I try
When you try to open,
Google Chrome, it's still
when open Chrome, yeah, Google Chrome, try again.
no. I already opened it, so it gave me this ad. I'm stuck here.
It's stuck here for
This
this ad.
each time I try to.
Maybe you have some sort of virus or ad. Is that an ad? In ad? Yeah. So you have something installed that you may want to remove that. Well, I think there's something there that should not be. Maybe you installed something by accident.
Maybe my child,
Okay.
because they use the same.
Yeah, so you cannot use Google. I mean Google Chrome.
I can use it, but
It keeps showing.
it's helped me.
Yeah. So see, your antivirus is telling you that there is something wrong there. Do we have McAfee installed? But it says that it has expired. And McAfee is the antivirus. Yeah, you may want to check the programs that are installed in your computer and see if there is anyone that is ad related, and you may want to install that. Again, if there is anything, okay, here to help.
problem. I can begin, but I cannot go to the list.
You cannot get to the list?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you log in?
I guess so, because it says like rectangular is home list.
Okay, but then try to go. Which action did you protect?
List.
The list. Okay, the list one. So list is home/list. So give it a try on that. Type in the URL.
Oh yeah, I forgot to try this.
Okay, so it doesn't seem that you logged in yet. So check that closely. Did you enter the name and password? Did you submit already? Did you try?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So you try to troubleshoot. Put a breakpoint there.
Like,
In the posts of the account controller, the login, you may want to put a breakpoint if model next line. The if line. It has to be a line that has some code there. If line, yep.
This?
Yep. So go back there, try to submit.
Oh, do I need to run it again? Oh no.
Oh yes. I mean, it has to be running from this code here. You have it running from someplace else? It seems so. Okay, so move to is valid. Move the cursor to is valid. So it's valid true. Okay, so F10, press F10. F10 again. So let's see if name is here. Okay, it is. Let's see if password is here. Oh, don't move it yet. Just hold on. Hold your horses there. Move the mouse over user. Move the mouse over user. Move the mouse over user.
Where?
Move the mouse over user. Okay, can you see user?
Yeah.
Can you move the mouse on top of it? Okay, great. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it's different from admin. Okay, F again, F10. Keep going. F10 again. Okay, so the thing is that this is a wait, and a wait usually. Hit continue. Hit continue there. Okay, go back to your code. Put a breakpoint here in this return line, Yeah, so it's just because when you use a wait, the step by step, it doesn't work that well. Remove this one. And just go back to the, no, don't stop. Go back to the browser. Don't stop there. Go back to the browser. Try again. Okay. So move the mouse over return URL. Okay, so home list. So apparently it succeeded. But, okay, hit
Oh wait, then is it going to return this view again?
No, I think this will just take it off. Can you put the breakpoint in the second return just to make sure? Hit continue there. Okay. Let's try again. Let's try once more. Okay. So you see everything worked out. So succeed. It logged in, but move the mouse over return URL. So home list. So it should return to home list. Go back, stop the codes. Go back to your startup class.
Do you need to specify routes from this?
No, not necessary. Scroll down here. Use it. Look if this, scroll up. So you're using here, okay, scroll down. Sometimes this makes a difference. look exactly where in the code is the user authorization. Look and put it in the same, because there is an order here, and this may have an impact on what we're doing. So try that. Try to put it in the exact same order that is in the code, okay? In the let's say in the sports store, okay? It may be about that. I'm not sure, but it's strange. That's the only. It's the same. Session. Okay, go back here.
Oh, maybe.
No, it's not the same. MVC. I mean, again, I'm not saying that this is the problem, but MVC is the very. So make sure that it's MVC is the last one. But again, I don't know if this is the problem. It might be, because sometimes I saw this kind of issue that the order matters there. Also, it went in already. So maybe now here's the thing. What you can do now, create the logout, because otherwise you won't be able to log in unless you clear your cache. If you clear your browser cache, you're going to be able to log in, but otherwise use the logout. Okay? No problem. Yes.
Can I ask you about our final test?
Yes.
Would it be the same as our midterm?
No. It's a multiple choice. Yes. Wow. I see someone happy here. No, it's a multiple choice, and there are two questions that involve a little bit of code, but it's just about 40 questions, multiple choice.
It's from before the midterm topics.
It will involve a little bit of everything. Yeah, but it's open book, and yes, yeah, open book. Everything. I'm an open book.
The assignment asks us to save our, we chose 5, so we have to save the cooking sets into the database. Do we have to actually make our own database?
You're talking about the assignment 3.
Team assignment.
Team assignment, okay. So you have to have an identity database. You're talking about the admin user?
No, in general.
Oh, in general, the information, yes. Every single feature of those, they all need to be database driven.
So
Which one specifically?
Be saved.
Yes,
Oh,
it does.
okay.
It does. Okay.
The test will be on Friday.
Will be on a Friday.
Or Monday?
No, it will be. I'm quite sure it will be the Friday. No, in the second last week. Yeah, it will be.
Second last class?
So not in the second last class, but in the second last week. So the very last class is a Friday, and then we have Monday, and then the Friday before that. So that most likely will be our test 2, the Friday, your second last Friday, week 13 Friday. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. Again, Friday, we're going to have some fun with pushing this live. And your system will be open to the public, okay? So again, that's the idea. Friday, you're going to be publishing that to Azure, okay? Come ready? Great. See you all on Friday. Have a great week. The patient system, yes, the patient system. Yeah, the exercise one. You're going to be carrying this on, but publishing that to Azure. Well, the patient system is the exercise. You're going to be first practicing with Sports Store, actually, okay?